Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Yoga Unfolding. I'll start by reading out of our book tonight, but we're going to use the wall tonight, so you're going to want the small end of your mat set up against a wall. Okay? Hi, everybody. Okay, so take the small end of your mat and set it up against the wall. It's best if you have a wall. If you don't have a wall, you could use the couch or a chair, but it might be a little bit more challenging. So I know in our homes we might not have the wall space, but anyway, if you do, this will be a lovely, yummy practice. The other thing that might be useful is, okay, a block. Again, not necessary, but if you have a block, it might help with some of the balance things, all right? I love you guys. Okay, and we're using the wall not to bang our head against it, even though some of us may feel like doing that nowadays. We're actually going to use it to help support our practice today. Okay, so while you guys are getting set up and finding your wall and putting your small end of your mat against the wall and leaving yourself plenty of space, I'm going to read out of our meditation book. This is kind of interesting, right? Consistency and repetition can create positive habits. To create a positive habit, we need to engage in repetitive, positive behavior. As we all know, it is hard to take on a new behavior and stick to it long enough for it to become natural and automatic, a habit. Begin by introducing one tiny beneficial action into your daily life. Do it at the same time every day, even marking it down on your calendar or checking in with your Facebook friends, right? Like we've been doing. See if you can do this action without missing a day for a month. Then reevaluate. Is this behavior working for you? Does it feel natural yet? If so, move forward by introducing another small action that creates a positive shift in your daily habits. Small, repeated steps taken consistently can create positive habits. All right, so that's, yeah, Miguel Adore will work fine. So some of us have been trying to do this over the last couple of months, right? By checking in with each other and creating that positive habit and saying, yes, I was successful today. No, I didn't. Or, you know, maybe I did something similar. So just something to think about, something small, right? It can be, you know, meditating for 3 minutes. It can be taking a walk outside. You know, having your coffee or tea in silence, right? There's like a whole bunch of things that we can do. It doesn't have to be big. We can start small, and then maybe we can gain in positive habits, right? Okay, so here's how we're going to start. We're going to start with legs up the wall. So what we want to do is we want to get our bottoms as close to the wall as possible so we can bring the legs up. There's a little trick to that, and I'll try to demonstrate it. It's not so easy this way. But if you come up next to the wall, so just come as close to the wall as you can get, all right? And then come down and just sort of slide over. That's really the best way to do it, all right? So you want your bottom as close to the wall as possible. We want to bring the feet about hip distance apart so that the legs drop down into the leg sockets, all right? And we want the palms up. So maybe the arms come out like a T. If that's not terribly comfortable, you can bring them a little closer, all right? But we're going to start like that. So does that make sense to everybody? Have we all got this? Okay. So breathe. Laying down here, legs up the wall, let's come into our breath. All right, nice deep breathing. Inhale through the nose, down into the belly, exhale everything. And see how much you can actually relax into this pose, right? Allow the arms to get heavy. Let the legs sink into the leg socket. So if that means softening your knees for you, if that's more comfortable, do that. If having those legs straight up against the wall, completely supported, feels good. Honestly, there's no right or wrong way. You need to do this in a way that is comfortable for you. All right? Okay. I know. We miss everybody. It's very sad. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Nice deep breaths. And just beginning to relax, right? Maybe start to notice your back's connection to the earth. So very different when we're in this position, like we're almost like a perfect L. So depending on your back, it might feel really nice and connected to the earth here, where sometimes it might feel a little more curvy. Again, noticing without judgment. Can we just be aware of what's going on without judging it? Relax the face, the jaw, the throat. Let's widen the base of the skull slightly by tipping the chin down just a tad. See if you can tune into the base of the skull and allow it to widen. Let the skull get heavy. Feel the rib basket begin to expand on the earth here, right? Like there is this opening that happens in this position. Nice deep breathing, beautiful. And then from here, assuming you have the space, let's allow the legs to drop to opposite sides. Again, you have that wall supporting you, all right? And we're going to breathe here as well. So this is a really nice stretch on the inner thigh without the weight of the body, right? It's just the weight of the legs. You have the wall supporting you. Arms are still out to the side. Chin is still tucked slightly. Breath is deep. Notice if that changed your back, your spine's connection to the earth. The answer could be yes, the answer could be no. The answer can also be I'm not sure, right? It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just curious. The yogi is curious, right? The yogi has that like 4-year-old mind that just wants to know everything. Allow the head to rock a little side to side. Again, just releasing any grip, anything that's gone on today or this week or this month or this year. It's been tough, right? Gently come back to center and breathe. Even if you're not personally afraid, there is a lot of fear energy right now on our planet, right? And it's all over our planet. Like it's not just here. So if you're, empathetic to that, you feel that. A few more breaths here. All right. Bring the arms closer to the body. You can even use the hands to help bring the legs back up towards the sky. Again, keeping them about shoulder distance apart. And let's point and flex the feet here. So toes towards the ceiling and then towards the face. Just pointing and flexing. And then you can circle them around in one direction. So the heel kind of stays against the wall, but the ankles circle. Nice. And then circle in the opposite direction. And then we'll stop circling and just breathe into that for a moment. So right here, you're asking your heart to work a little harder, right? We're pumping that blood up to the feet. It's funny because I've read things that say this is a relaxing pose, and I have read things that said this is an energizing pose. So I don't know, whatever it feels like to you, it usually feels pretty good either way. All right, let's bend one knee and then the other. So depending on your comfort level, you might be able to drop those thighs all the way down onto the belly, right? Maybe their feet are a little bit higher. It doesn't matter. Just release that legs up the wall. Okay, so now we're going to back it up a little bit. And this is always really awkward, and nobody's filming you right now. So what I do is I just kind of rock a little side to side, coming back until we're about shin distance from the wall. All right? So my legs are in the position of sitting in a chair. All right? Let's find that spot. We'll pause here for a moment and breathe. Then we're going to roll the palms down. We're going to bring them next to the body, right? So they're nice and connected to the earth. Forearm is connected to the earth. We're going to zip up the low belly. So you pull the tailbone long, zip up the low belly, and then we're going to lift up and down, up and down. And as far as the breath goes, if it feels good to inhale up and exhale down, that's great. If it feels good to exhale up and inhale down, that's great. It doesn't matter. You do what feels best for you, all right? Keep it going. It's kind of like a little squat, right? Only we're in the opposite direction. No weight on the knees. Nice. Notice if there's any grip in the upper body, right? Can you keep the face relaxed? Let's do 5 more. 5, 4. You want to be nice and slow and controlled, right? 3, 2, 1 more. Nice. And breathe. Go ahead and roll those shoulders out, palms up. All right, let's bring our feet down onto the earth. If you need to back up a little bit, then do that, right? But based on that positioning, your feet should be able to come down onto the earth from there. All right, let's float the arms up overhead, reaching away from the torso. As you reach away from the torso, notice what happens to the back, right? Does this arch happen to the low back? Again, paying attention. Nothing has to change. We just need to be aware, stretching into the torso. Nice, beautiful. Go ahead and grab the right wrist with the left hand and gently pull over to the left, stretching out through the right side of the body. Breathing, continuing to breathe here. Beautiful. Switch hands. Pulling over to the right, stretching out through the left side. Nice deep breaths here. Just feeling that stretch in through the rib basket. Nice. We'll bring the hands back to center. We're going to bend the elbows into a comfortable, sustainable position. So it's usually that cactus or victory pose, right? With the elbows slightly higher than the shoulders. Go ahead and walk your feet apart a little bit. Maybe they come off the mat, right? If that's comfortable. Again, zip up the low belly. Feel the low back get long. And then exhale both knees down to the right. You can roll the head with the knees. Inhale through center. Push that low belly down. Exhale to the other side. And just continue to do this with your breath, making sure as you come through center that you zip up that low belly and you connect the low back to the earth so that we feel safe, connected, and not too stressy on the back, on that low back. Jaws relaxed, face is relaxed. Like this is really about gravity, right? The effort is through center, and then grace and gravity is doing the rest. Nice. Next time the legs come down to the left, we're just going to hang out for a second or two, a breath or two. Roll the head. Oh, did I say left? Yeah, I did. Okay, so roll the head to the left. Breathe here. Straighten the right arm. Reach towards, away from the body, right, towards the opposite wall of your feet. Breathing into this. Feel. So hopefully right here, right now, you can feel that fascia beginning to stretch, right? That right beneath the skin, right? That it feels like the skin is stretching, but it's not the skin, right? All right, nice. Soften the right elbow. Inhale, knees and head to center. Pause here for a moment and breathe. Check in with the jaw, the face, the back. And then next time you exhale, exhale the knees to the right. You can let the head roll to the right. We're going to hang out here for a breath or two, breathing. Deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Straighten that left arm, reaching towards the wall, away from the feet. Oh, feel that stretch. It feels so good. Breathing here. Lovely. Soften the left arm. Inhale, knees and head to center. Pause here for a moment. Let's go ahead and bring the hands to the belly and breathe. Nice deep breaths. Okay. Super. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock it out a little side to side. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to come onto all fours with our feet facing our wall. All right? So go ahead and come onto all fours. We're going to do a series of poses on our hands and knees, and then we're actually going to do the same thing standing up. Okay? So I think we're up for this today. A little challenging, but not more than you can handle, I promise. So here's what you need to do as you're setting up. You want to make sure that you are a leg's distance away from the wall, okay? Hands are under your shoulders, knees are under the hips, and one leg can reach the wall, and then bring both knees under the hips for a moment. Okay, does that make sense? All right, from here we'll do a little cat-cow, just to open the spine a little bit, right? So rounding, dropping the head on an inhale. Exhale, arching, compressing the spine, lifting the chest. Rounding and arching. Jaws relaxed, face is relaxed. Weight of the body can be on the legs, right? Not necessarily on the hands. Keep this going. Next time you're in a rounded position, let's bring it into a barrel roll. All right? So we're going to roll out to the side. We're going to drop the chin and chest to the earth and roll it on up. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling on the way up. And just feel fluid, right? Feeling the fluidity of your body, closing your eyes. Enjoy this. Imagine a simpler time, right? A more innocent time. Next time you're in a rounded position, reverse your barrel roll, going the other way. Breathing, always breathing. Nice. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring it back into child's pose. Maybe we take the knees apart a little bit. We bring the big toes together. Drop the booty down onto the heels, belly, forehead, and breathe. You can extend those arms out in front of you a little bit. Just feeling a little stretch into the upper part of the shoulders, behind the shoulders, upper back. Breathe here. Okay, nice. Roll it back up into your table pose. All right, I'm just gonna put my hair up, sorry. So as we come into our table pose, we are going to bring our right foot against the wall, okay? So we'll start with our right foot against the wall. And you want to keep the hips facing down. You want to make sure that that leg is not higher than your bottom, right? It's hip height. And then we're going to bring our left arm straight out. So we do this pose, so you guys know what this is. You want to, zip up that low belly so you're protecting the back, right? And then from this position, we're going to come off the wall. Oh! And all of a sudden you feel the core work and maybe the glutes on that right leg. All right? And we're going to hold this and we're going to breathe here. So you want your head, your eyes on your mat. We really don't want the neck up, right? You don't want to hyperextend the neck. We want kind of like a nice lean line all the way from the crown to the tailbone. Couple more breaths. Keep the chest lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hand. Bring the knee back in. Bring it into child's pose for a moment and breathe. Good job. Nice deep breaths here. All right, beautiful. Come back into your table pose. So bring those knees back underneath the hips. Left leg comes against the wall. Okay? Make sure those hips are facing down and that left leg's not higher than your hips. Right arm comes straight out, and then again, we're going to come off the wall. And we're going to keep lifting the chest. And so your right foot, I keep the top of my foot on the earth, but I know for some people that tucking it under helps, tucking the toes under helps the balance a little bit. It doesn't matter. Do what feels best, what feels safest and most comfortable. Hold. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hand. Release the knee. Bring it back into child's pose. Good job. And breathe. Nice deep breaths. Okay, back into your table pose. All right, this time what we're going to do is we're going to extend that left leg on the earth. All right, now you might want to back it up a little bit so that heel is connected with the wall. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to roll open that left hip, right, and lift the left arm. So my hips are stacked. My leg is still only hip height. My toes are pointed, straight, like as if I was standing, okay? And we want to breathe here. If this feels a little too challenging, you can keep that left arm down. But let's see if we can stack the shoulders and breathe. Again, head in a comfortable position. And then maybe, can you come off the wall? You got it. Breathing here. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down. Bring the knee down. Bring it back into child's pose. Ooh, can you feel that right glute working? Breathe. Nice deep breaths here. Okay, back into our table pose. All right. So again, this time the right foot is going to come against the wall. We're going to start with it low. All right. As we open up that right hip, so I'm kind of going to slide my leg onto the wall, open up that right hip, and lift the right arm up. Okay. And then when we're in that, that comfortable supported position, you're going to see if you can come off the wall. Okay. Oh, a little harder on this side, right? My left side is not as strong. But you'll find that sweet spot where all of a sudden this makes sense. You're going to feel the right muscles kicking on, supporting. Shoulders are stacked. Breathe here. Head's comfortable. Jaws relaxed. Hold. 5, 4, nice. 3, you got it. 2, 1, gently bring the arm down. Nice. Go ahead, rotate the hip back. Come back into child's pose. Good job. Okay, breathe. All right, come back into your table pose. We're going to come through plank into downward dog and eventually into a standing position. So if you want to just come straight into a standing position, if this isn't your thing, then go ahead and do that. But let's try this. All right, so we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to straighten the legs, bringing the chest forward. Maybe hold this for a couple breaths. We're concentrating more on the hips today, but it's nice to get a little bit into the arms. And then go ahead and bring it up into downward dog and breathe here for a moment. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. So this is interesting. I hadn't really planned this, but we could do a 3-legged downward dog with one of the legs up the wall. So from here, what you need to do is you need to back up towards your wall a little bit, right? So that you're, okay, I have to tuck in my shirt because I don't need the whole world to see my belly. Okay, so from downward dog here with your heels against the wall, right? Let's bring the right leg up. Now, if at any time you need to come down off the hands, go ahead and do that. Oh. And then I like to bend the left leg. Bend and straighten. To me, this is feels so good. Standing splits. 3-legged dog. Nice. Let's do 1, 2, 3. We'll bring that right leg down. We'll come down into child's pose so we can rest the hands. And breathe. And the wrists. You can extend those arms out. I forgot how much fun it is to use the wall, right? I'm so glad you guys were willing. Thank you. All right, we're going to make our way back into downward dog. We're going to come through plank again. It's pretty much the only upper body work we're doing. Come through plank. Hold here for a couple breaths. Go ahead and bring it into downward dog. Again, you might need to readjust a little bit, heels against the wall. And then we'll lift the left leg. Is that the leg we lifted before? I really have no idea. Huh. Okay, I'm not sure which one you did. Do the opposite one. Bend the standing leg. This is the problem with being totally in the moment. I forget. Nice. All right, let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring that down, come back into child's pose, and breathe. Okay, Tammy's usually good at keeping track of which leg I'm doing. You guys are all better than I am. Breathe. Oh, I think we got both legs. Nice deep breaths here. All right, one more time. Plank, downward dog, and then just walk your hands towards your feet or your feet towards your hands and come into a soft forward fold. So bend the knees a little bit, right? Bend the knees. Let's grab opposite elbows and bring the top of the head towards the earth and breathe here for a moment. And you can actually kind of rock here a little side to side as long as those knees are bent. This usually feels kind of good. Breathing. All right, gently, gently, slowly start to roll it up. Take your time. Nice. All right. When you get to a standing position, shake those wrists out a little bit, right? Shake, shake, shake. Roll the shoulders. Nice. Rolling forward. And just shake it out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do some similar things that we did on the floor, only we're going to do them standing. So if you have a block, it's great. You can use it. I'm going to demonstrate this without a block because I don't know how many of you do have a block. But if you do have a block, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to stand about leg distance away from the wall. All right? And we're going to face forward, and we're going to, so like if you had the block, you would bring it under your hands to just kind of help you here, okay? But you've got the wall, and what we want to do is we want the hips facing down, legs straight. You can bend the standing leg, like that might help for balance. Try to keep the back leg straight. We're going to lift the arms, I have to come forward a little bit. We're going to lift the arms out to the side, and then you have options here. We're going to come off the wall. Oh, you can feel that in that right hip. If it's easier to keep your hands on your waist for balance or out, you decide. Hold. 5, you got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back against the wall. Drop the right hand, and let's see if we can open. Oh, I don't know. I don't think you can do it without a block. Open the left arm. All right. You could. Ah! Maybe. Okay, you can put your hand on your leg. Go ahead and bring the hands down. Bring that left leg down. Bend one knee and then the other. Shake it out a little bit here. Oh my goodness, can you hear those dogs? Okay, opposite leg. So we're going to bring the right leg against the wall. So again, you want that right leg straight, left leg can be bent. We want to come about hip height and bring the arms out to the side. And then we're going to come off the wall. Is this making sense? How are we doing? I know you can't like even type anything here. Okay? You got it. Okay, so breathing into this. Hold. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, reach the left hand towards the earth. Bring the right leg back to the wall and lift the right arm up. Nice. Release the arm down. Release the right leg down. Again, bend one knee and then the other. In fact, let's come into a squat. All right, so take the feet nice and wide, and let's bring it on down for a moment. Whew, good job. Not easy. Nice deep breaths here. All right, so I want to stretch the hips out a little bit more using the wall. All right, so again, come on all the way down. I'm just going to check the time here, see how we're doing. Doing excellent. Okay. So we're going to come back into that position of like we're sitting in a chair. So the back is against the wall, our back is against the earth, our feet are against the wall. And we're in that squared up position as if we're sitting in a chair. All right? So go ahead and find that spot. Tuning into the back for a moment. Tuning into the glutes for a moment and just letting everything get a little heavy. How's the jaw? All right, so let's lift the left leg up towards the sky. Flex the left foot. Rotate the left leg out and drop the left ankle onto the right knee. Okay? And from here, we're going to just push that left knee out. Push that left knee out for a moment. Breathing here. We're going to like notch this up gradually. Okay? So we're just starting here, breathing here. Bring the arms out to the side like a T, palms down. Drop the right foot onto the earth. Should have enough room there. And then drop the legs over to the right and roll the head to the left. So now, you can drop that left knee, you can keep it up, like whatever feels appropriate and good. Once you come down here, you can roll those palms up and just give into gravity for a moment and breathe. Nice deep breaths here. Jaws relaxed. Arms are relaxed. Legs are sinking down towards the earth. Letting go completely. Nice, beautiful. A few more deep breaths here. Roll the palms down. Go ahead and bring the legs up to center. Release the left foot onto the wall. Release the right foot onto the wall. Pause here. Again, allow the low back to get a little heavy. Mid back heavy. Upper back heavy. Notice where there's any grip or discomfort and let it go. Right leg comes up towards the sky. Flex the right foot. Rotate the right leg out to the right. Drop that right ankle just below the left knee. Again, taking the right hand and just gently pushing that right knee away. Breathing here. Nice deep breaths. Go ahead and drop the left foot to the earth. Arms are wide, palms are down. Drop the legs down to the left. Again, that top leg can drop down, head can roll away from the knees, palms can roll back up, and breathe. Deep breathing here. Super. Roll the palms back down. And go ahead and come back to center. Bring the right foot against the earth, against the wall, and then the left. Pause here for a moment. Go ahead and bring the arms a little closer to the body. Okay, now I want you to half the distance between where your bottom is now and the wall. Okay, so get a little closer, like just rock and roll a little closer. So you're halfway between. So bottoms are not connected to the wall. We're going to straighten our legs. But you're I don't know, like maybe this far away. Right? What is that? 8 inches? There's a joke in there somewhere. But, okay. All right. So starting here. Breathing here for a moment. And then we're going to float the right leg again towards the face. Notice what happens to that right glute, like it wants to lift up. So keep that right glute on the earth. Flex the right foot. Rotate the right leg out to the right. Drop that right ankle onto that left knee, just below the knee onto the thigh. Again, we're going to use that right hand to gently push the right knee away. And we're going to start to slowly walk that left leg down the wall until you feel that stretch into the deep right glute, like your piriformis, into the deep right buttocks. And you're just going to find that spot that works for you. So it's like this magic space between, tension and the ability to relax into it, if that makes sense. So you want to be able to breathe, right? You want to have a deep stretch here, like everything's safe. Your back is safe, your neck is safe, like it's all safe. So you want to get into a deep stretch, but you want it to be, you don't want your breath or your face to be tight. I think that's always key for me. Like as soon as my jaw is tight, I know I'm overdoing it. Right? So find that spot. Bring the arms out to the side like a T, palms facing up, and we're going to breathe here for a few minutes. Like a few being 2.5, okay? So nice deep breaths. You've already been here for at least 30 seconds. And maybe we can come back to what we talked about at the beginning of class, right? This idea of creating positive habits and doing something good for ourselves every day. Like can we commit to doing that, right? I've started doing seated meditation using a great app called Insight Timer, and so I listen to the ocean. I'm up to 12 minutes. My goal is to be up to 30 minutes by the end of the month. A few more breaths here. And so it's nice to, just start with something doable, right? Something that you can do. When I first started doing yoga, one of the things I wanted to do was touch my toes, right? So every morning when I got up out of bed, I would reach for my feet, and every morning I would, commit to spending 30 seconds there. And then it gradually, worked up to a minute and then 2 minutes. And, and now I can, bring my hands flat to the earth. That didn't just happen, right? That I had to create that habit and work on it, right? Build on it. Bring the arms a little bit closer. Straighten the left leg. Go ahead and straighten the right leg, and then pause and breathe here for a moment. For a while I wanted to do the splits, but my body just wouldn't let me do that, so I kind of gave up on that. And that's okay too, right? I tried. Nice deep breaths here. So maybe think about something you'd like to do. Something you'd like to do every day that's good for you. Go ahead and float the left leg towards the face. Flex the left foot. Again, make sure that left glute is firmly on the earth. Rotate the left leg out. Go ahead and bring that ankle onto the thigh just below the knee. Pause here. Press the left knee away. And then we're going to start to walk the right leg down. So this is going to get into that left side. So that left side, find that spot that works, right? Where it's deep enough to feel it, but comfortable enough to be able to hang out and breathe. So your left side is your feminine side, cool side, moon side, relationship side. That's this side we're doing now. Right side is the hot side, male side, sun side, responsibility side. Bring the arms out to the side, palms up, and breathe. And notice if you can, notice if you can have an extra little release here. Like I can always feel when I'm not releasing, right? Like there's this sense of resistance. And so I let the exhale and the weight of my body release it a little bit more. Again, we're set up pretty safe. Injury is unlikely here. Deep breathing. Nice. Just let it all go. Let the arms get heavy. Low back, mid back, upper back, heavy. Jaw relax, throat relax. Deep breaths. A few more breaths. Beautiful. Good job. Go ahead and bring the arms a little bit closer, palms down. Straighten out that right leg. Straighten out that left leg. Shake the legs out a little bit, and let's just breathe here for a moment. Okay, so one more time, can you squinch a little closer to the wall? So maybe it's this kind of rock and roll motion to get your tushy up against the wall. I know it's not easy. I have faith in you. And we'll bring those feet back up. Once you find that spot, bring your arms back out to the side and breathe here. And close your eyes for a moment and notice if this feels different than when we first laid down. Always knowing that the answers are, yes, no, and I'm not sure. But see if it feels, I don't know, I just feel like there's a sense of opening here. Maybe you're experiencing that. So breathe into that, just noticing. Nice deep breaths. And then one last time, allow the legs to drop to opposite sides. Again, there might be this feeling of those muscles having stretched a little bit more, like being able to go a little bit further. It might not be necessary. Deep breathing. Jaw is relaxed, face is relaxed, throat is relaxed. Arms are heavy. Bring the arms a little bit closer, palms down. Go ahead and bring those legs up to center. Bend the knees. Again, if it's comfortable, go ahead and just drop the thighs onto the belly. Okay. Roll over. Before we come into our final meditation, let's lay flat on our bellies for a moment. So keep your feet towards the wall because we're going to end up with our meditation there. But go ahead and come flat. Stack your hands. Rest one cheek. Let's bend our knees so feet, legs are about hip distance apart, and then just allow them to drop from side to side. Breathing as you go. And then let them drop down to the right and just hang out here for a moment. Left hip is lifted. Legs are to the right. Breathing. Nice. Few breaths here. Okay, come back to center. Switch your cheeks and then drop your cheek and then drop your legs to the opposite side. Let the left legs come down, the legs come down to the left, right hip comes up, and breathe. Nice deep breaths here. Good, bring the legs back to center. Bring the forehead to the hands for a moment. Go ahead and bring the legs back down onto the earth. Toes flat on the earth, like reach the toes back, lengthening between the legs for a moment. If it's comfortable, if it feels okay, drop the forehead onto the earth. Reach the hands away from the body, fingertips like crawling away from the body, lengthening here. Can you breathe deeply in this position? One more deep breath. Nice. Relax everything. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the head. And then just come on into Sphinx pose for a moment. So forearms are on the earth. Nice. Good job. We did it. Okay. We're going to come into our final meditation, so take a moment to make yourselves comfortable. If you'd like to turn off your lights, create a little extra padding. What I would like is I would like the sole of your feet touching the wall. So we're going to come onto our backs, and we're going to lay so that our feet are touching the wall. We're going to do a nice grounding meditation. And so I'm going to turn off the light. So finding that spot that works best for you, all right? Arms, the only thing really asked of the arms is that the palms are up in that sort of receptive mode, right? Arms can be any distance away from the body that is comfortable on the shoulders. But I would like a sense of the shoulders rolling out a little bit, right? And a sense of comfort in the back. So if laying completely flat doesn't feel like 100% yummy, take your blanket or your towel, roll it up, and bring it underneath the knees, okay, to create a little bend in the knees. You can still have those feet up. See, that feels like 100% better. Okay, so it's important that, you know, in your Shavasana, you're comfortable. This is not about ego, right? This is about, like, well, how am I most comfortable? So feet are, you know, gently against the wall, but the whole foot is against the wall, all right? And let's come into some nice deep breathing. So we're going to inhale, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, everything. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, everything. And continue this slow breathing, right? So inhale slowly, deeply, completely. Hold at the top of the inhale. Exhale slowly, deeply, completely. Hold at the bottom of the exhale. And then repeat that. And then allow the head to relax, right? The skull, the face, the base of the skull, the jaw, the mouth, the tongue, relax. Allow the back of the neck and the throat to relax. Allow the shoulders to get heavy on the earth. Feel the back of the arms on the earth, back of the hands, palms are open, receptive, arms are heavy and relaxed. Feel the shoulder blades soften on the next exhale. Imagine the rib basket opening, widening. Tuning into the spine on the earth. The spine, the vertebrae. There's a sense of connection. Know that your internal organs are protected, healthy, whole. Feel the belly relax, the lower back, the hips, buttocks relax, pelvic floor relaxed. Allow the legs to relax. Feel the heaviness in the thighs, the knees, the calves, the shins, the ankles. And as you feel your feet connected to the wall, imagine that you're standing atop a mountain looking over a beautiful valley. So you're on this lovely old mountain. Perhaps there's some scraggly pine trees around you. But you're high enough up where the air is a little thin. There's some altitude. Makes everything look a little brighter. And the valley below you is this beautiful grass-filled valley with a stream running through the center of it. Perhaps there's some cattle, some horses. Maybe there's a farmhouse down there with a little smoke coming from the chimney. And as you stand on this mountaintop barefoot and you feel this energy, right, this very calm, ancient, patient energy. There's so much wisdom here. Feel that float up through the bottom of your feet into your body. Feel the strength of that. The power in that. The timelessness in that. And as you look up at the sky, there's a bird of prey, an eagle, a hawk, something large and beautiful, floating on the warm air currents, right? Just circling higher and higher. And it's so beautiful and so powerful and so sleek. And imagine connecting into that energy for a moment. Imagine being able to see
through that bird's eyes. Feeling your wings spread out, floating, lifting you. Feeling the power in that, the ability to flap and just move and dive through the air. Such faith and trust in one's ability. Right? The bird never thinks about it, it just does it. It just hops into the air and flies, right? Knowing. Feel that faith, feel that trust. At the same time, beneath the feet, we have the wisdom, we have the patience. We have our breath. And then very gently, take your hands, one on top of the other, in the center, like at the heart chakra. Just stack your hands, one on top of the other at your heart chakra. As if you're folding in your wings, bringing them closer to your body. Feeling that sense of trust, faith, wisdom, patience, and then that human element of compassion. That human element of compassion. And then ever so gently, tenderly, kindly, let's roll over onto our right side. Just rolling over onto the right side of the body, bending the knees, supporting your head with your arm, and just hugging this feeling to you for a moment longer. Enjoying that sense of connection, all those incredible elements of the earth, the sky, the bird, and our humanness, right? And we'll use the left hand to gently push ourselves up into a comfortable seated position. Allow the palms to find each other in front of the heart again, bowing the head in gratitude, grace, humility. If you care to, you can join me in a single Om. So we lift the chin so that it's parallel to the earth. We take a nice deep breath in together. And we say Namaste. I wish you light and happiness. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and coming and playing and being, willing and open. And I loved using the wall, and I hope we can do that again. And I miss you guys, right? And so take care of yourselves and take care of each other. All right? Until next time.